Today we will discuss about put and patch request that was pending and variables in Postman, and just only Maven introduction. Some test cases here, right? In the last session, post request, get all, get query parameter and delete request, right? We have start my JSON server, window R, CMD, JSON hyphen server, hyphen watch. Then this is the file. Okay, it's already running. So this was our URI. Now, for example, here you guys can see, what do you mean by variable? In Java, what do you mean by variable?
Which stores some value and that.
Which stores some value, and value can be changed.
Change.
For example, I have a collection. I have a collection 1. Mute कर please. Everyone keep yourself on mute. Collection 2, collection 3. I have 3 collection. This is for API batch 1 p.m. This is for API batch 12 p.m. and this is for API batch 8 p.m. In this collection, I have 50 test cases, 50 requests. Here I have 20 requests, test cases. Here I have 100 requests or test cases. Here test case 1 URI is, this is the URI in test case 1. In all the test cases, my URI is this one. Now we are discussing collection number 1. I'm not going to the collection number 2, where I have to do the changes in all 50 test cases. We have to change the URI value. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. There is a concept of environment variable, or we can say local variable. The variable which is used by a particular collection. So where I will declare a variable, where inside environment variable, and I can use these environment variables for which collection? Which collection?
One.
First one.
ABI batch 1 p.m.
Yes. Let me show. And and in this case, where I need to do the changes? Environment variable only. Because all the 50 test cases are using the URI value from where? Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct? Let me show. How we will declare an environment variable? This is the symbol you can see. I symbol here. Here you can see no environment, right? And I will click on the add. This is the environment variable for which collection? Now here you need to declare a variable. What is the name of the variable? URI. And what is the value? Right? And click on which button? Save button. Now I want to use here for this collection, which environment variable I want to use? Everyone, to select a environment. We need to select a environment variable that we have created, that is API Jan batch collection environment variables. So this is the environment variable I have selected here. You can see in the drop down. Now I can use the variables of this environment variables in my test cases. So here, what is the name of the variable? How I will use? Opening curly braces multiple times. And what is the variable name? URI. You can see it is able to fetch the value. Yes or no? From the environment variable.
Yes.
Yes.
You have to use, for example, here also. You need this value from environment variables. Paste. Here, till this point, from environment variable. Yes. Here, till this point. Yes. Here, till this point. Yes. So from where I'm fetching the value of base plus endpoint?
Environment variable.
Environment variable.
Right? Yes or no? Now, for example, let me. For example, let me split it. This is edit. Click on the edit button, and this is the base value, and this is the feature name. API folks is my feature name. So I'm declaring one more. This is the endpoint. Everyone, please keep yourself on mute. Endpoint. This is the endpoint value. Now, click on the save button. In the test cases, opening curly braces, base slash endpoint. So from where these values are coming, you can see
Environment variables.
environment variables. For example, my base value change or my endpoint change. Where I need to do the changes?
In the
Where I
Environment
need to
variable.
do the
Environment
where I
variable.
need in the environment variable. For example, base value change. Instead of changing in all the 5 test cases where I need to do the changes, go to the environment variable and click on the edit, and here you need to do the changes only. Now, example, for this collection, I have created an environment variable. What is the name of that environment variable?
API Jan.
API batch 1 pm underscore environment variables. In the same way, for second collection, I will create one more environment variable. Yes or no?
Right, sir.
And this is specific to which collection?
12 p.m.
Base 12 p.m.
Right? If I'm working in the second collection, which environment variable I will select here? Second one, that is API batch 12 p.m. environment variable. In the same way, I have one more collection, and these are the environment variables corresponding to this collection? Yes or no? There are some common variable between these three collection. Yes or no? If there is something common thing, where I will put instead of environment variable, global variable.
Global
Yes,
variable.
Global variable.
common values between collection. We need to put where?
The global variable.
We need to put in the where?
Global variable.
In the global variables. Everyone, please let me show. For example, functionality name endpoint is same. Endpoint is same here in this collection. Second collection also endpoint is API folks. In the third collection also endpoint is the API folks. So where you will keep this value instead of environment variable? Where you will keep?
In the global variable.
You can click here and here you can see edit. These are the global variable, right? So it means a collection can use the environment variables specific to that collection plus which variable?
Global variables.
Import and import means if I want to share my API test cases with someone, I can share the collection with the help of export functionality. Means I will export the collection and second person will he or she will do
Import the collection.
collection, right? How here you can see this is your collection and here you have export option. Which option?
Export.
Export and click on the export. You can see and the second person will import after launching the Postman. Click on the import upload file, right? He or she will just import that collection JSON file. We share the variables as well. Means we can export and import the variables as well. Right? So for example, these are the variables. These are the variables. Right? API you can see export. These are the global variables export and I want to, for example, these variables, the environment variables. Edit. Yeah, these are the which variables? Environment variables.
Environment.
Environment.
Here click on three dot and export option. Right? And in the same way, for example, click on the edit button. These are the which variable? Global
Global.
variable. And we have a feature for exporting the global variable as well.
Global.
And the second person has to, what he or she has to just import. Just click on the import button. Let's go to click on this I symbol. Here, go to the edit button. These are the global variables. Just declare the variable name variable value and click on the save button. That's it. And the way will be same. For example, you want to take the uh, endpoint from here. For example, global endpoint. So I'm for example, I have declared the endpoint here, right? Now click on the save. Now go to the, this is your variable name. Go to your test case. You want to use endpoint from where? Instead of environment variable, where? From the global variable. The way will be same. Double curly braces, then variable name, closing curly braces. Right? The way will be same. Right? I'm adding one more test case here. Add request. Rename it. This is TC6 underscore put request. Put and patch. What is the purpose of put and patch?
To
It is used
update.
for updating the record or data. Right? But put request. In case of put request, we have to pass the complete body data. Means the body data which we want to update plus 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 the body data which we don't want to update. In case of which request?
Put request.
Put request.
Request. In case of patch, in case of patch, we will pass. We need to pass the body data which we want to update. Let me show. For example, get all. For example, I'm getting. I want to. This is my record. This is my record, right? For ID, firstly go to the put request slash. What is the ID value? Which record you want to update? I want to update this record. Now, what I want to update? I want to update first name only. So in body data, what I need to pass? What I need to pass?
Full body.
Full body. So firstly change the text to JSON, and here I want to update RV. First name I want to update from Ravneet to RV. Rest of the things also I have to pass, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. See, let me execute the code. Let me run the sorry, instead of get we will put. It has been updated. First name value has been updated. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
It has been updated, but rest of the data also I have to pass. Yes. For example, if I'm not passing, the rest of the data I'm not passing. Then see what will happen. For example, first name I want to update Ravneet to RV to Ravneet. Again Ravneet from RV to Ravneet. You can see rest of the keys has gone. Only ID and first name is going. Right?
Right.
For example, let me take one more example. This is my record which I want to update. Here go to the Postman. Now here what I want to update. What I want to update. From Deepak to first name I want to update Deep. So in case of put request, what I need to pass? The complete body data, first name, last name, the data which I don't want to update, designation, course type, ID, everything I have to pass. Yes or no? Click on
Yes.
the
Yes.
send button. You can see, you can go to the file as well. First name value has been updated. It has been updated from Deepak to now. In case of patch, for example, I'm adding one more test case. TC7, that is patch request. Here, what we need to pass?
Only the data which we
Only
want to
the
update.
only which we need to update.
So what I want to update? I want to update the
First
first
name.
name from Deep to Deepak again, or let me show. What I want to update? Go to the body row here and type from what I want to update from deep to, for example, I want to update DPK. The rest of the data I have to give yes or no?
No.
No?
No.
Click on the send. You can see rest of the data. There is no change in the rest of the data. See in the file as well. Only what I need to pass in case of patch, what I need to pass?
Only the data which we want to update.
Yes, only the data which we want to update. And in case of put request, in case of put request,
Full body we need to send in the
yes,
body.
for example, I'm using put request. I have to pass what I have to pass
Complete body data.
complete body data.
So
You are not passing the primary key here, but in case of put request, it is mandatory. This is mandatory.
And sir, if we will remove the ID field from this request, then how will it behave? I mean, we are giving
Yes,
the
let me
ID
show.
field
Let me show.
inside the.
Yeah, let me show. You can see it is not working. 404 because it is
No, sir.
not. Hmm,
Uh, we are
what
keeping the ID field in the endpoint, but not in the body.
you are saying here we are not passing the ID value.
Yes.
Now it will work now because ID
Okay.
is going here,
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
right? Yeah. In case of put request, you have to pass the complete data, the complete body data, the
Yeah,
data
you are.
which you want to update plus which you don't want to update. That is the difference, na? In
Yeah, but
case of
you are
patch,
the goal which you are achieving the same, right? That's what I.
yes.
Okay, means like why basically it's we have these two different. We could only had one, right?
But in case of patch request, you have to pass the partial data, na? That is the difference.
Okay.
We are in automation. What I'm saying, when we will discuss about automation, we can work on multiple record, right? I want to insert 10 record with 10 unique ID. As of now, it is not possible. But in automation, yes, it's possible. Here also it is possible in manual, but again and again, what you have to do? You have to change the ID value manually. Yes or no?
yes, my question is using this one method, one single method.
What do you mean by one single?
Suppose
What's your question?
we are using one get method. So one
Hmm?
method will can affect more
It
than
will
one record or not? That's the
no.
question.
It will give you obvious one value, na? It will give you one record.
Okay, that's the
Get
question.
all, get all. Hold on. It will give you all record. But every time, but you want 5 records. What you have to do? You have to change the ID value again and again manually. Yes or no?
Yes.
But in automation, we can achieve it. We can achieve this thing very easily. How? Just use a loop. That's it. Right?
Yes.
Assured, rest assured is a Java library that will be used for the REST APIs automation. What is rest assured? It's a library. It's a
Java
library.
library.
Yeah. What do you mean by library? What do you mean by library? Which provides the built-in classes
Methods.
and methods. So what is rest assured?
It's
So
a Java
basically,
library.
basically,
It's a library. Like we have a different library. For each library, there is corresponding jar files. If you want to use, if you want to use that library method and classes, what you need to do? You should have the jar files corresponding to that library. Yes or no? You need
Yes.
to attach the jar files of that library with your project. Yes or no?
Yes.
For each jar file, हर jar file की corresponding क्या होती है? Maven dependency. For each jar file, there is corresponding
Maven dependency.
Maven dependency. Either you can attach the jar files with your project manually, or you can give the Maven dependency of the
Jar
required
file.
jar file. Who will download? Maven will download and Maven will attach. So what is Maven? Maven is a build tool. You can leave this term. Maven is a build tool which is used. This is the concept which is used for maintaining the jar files of the project. Yes or no? How many ways we can attach the jar file? How many ways we can attach the jar file?
2 ways.
2 ways. First one, using manually. Download the jar file from Google and
Add to the
attach
project.
it manually with your project
Yes.
using build path option. And second one, Maven. Here you need to give Maven dependency of the required jar file to the Maven, and Maven will
Download it
download the jar file
from
for you
Maven Central
from Google, and it will attach where?
to the
To the
project.
project.
Yes or no?
Yes.